your Storm Station forecast with meteorologist Malcolm Byron.
Within the thunderstorms today, there is a lot of rain-cooled air aloft, and whenever it cools off a little bit more so, it descends to the ground at a faster rate, and once it hits the ground, it's got nowhere else to go but outward. We call that damaging straight line winds because they move in a straight line, and oftentimes it can cause wind damage. This is what the velocities looked like shortly before 3:30 in Livingston Parish. In fact, just north of the community of Livingston, Doppler radar was estimating 74-mile-per-hour winds. That's hurricane force, just a few hundred feet above the ground. I suspect in this area there might be some wind damage, and if you do have any damage reports, if it's safe to go outside and snap a photo or video, please send them to us. It really helps us see what's going on at the ground. Send them to us at weather@WBRZ.com, or you can also send it to us through the Storm Station weather app. So that's the current satellite and radar perspective. It is busy. There is a lot of lightning. We're going to go off to the southeast. There is a severe thunderstorm warning now for the extreme southern tip of Tangipahoa Parish. It also goes into St. John Parish, right along the I-55 corridor. The potential there for damaging straight line winds, as you might guess. Doppler radar is sampling just a few hundred feet above ground level, 60 to 70-mile-per-hour winds. And the thing is, these are now moving over Lake Pontchartrain, and over water, there's less friction with the water surface, so the winds accelerate even more so. So we are going to ask that anybody driving along the causeway or I-10 near New Orleans exercise extreme caution while driving, as that burst of winds will come probably within the next 30 minutes or so. And I suspect there may even be a severe thunderstorm warning issued for the New Orleans metro if that gust of wind holds together. Looking off to the west, we are also finding this cell just to the north and northeast of New Iberia. That looks stationary right now, but some of that activity might bubble east into some of our southern parishes, as this is a largely untapped environment. And as Futurecast will suggest, going into the evening, some of our areas south of I-10 might see some of this thunderstorm activity, as there's still quite a bit of storm fuel. Even areas north of the interstate could still see some scattered showers and a few rumbles of thunder, even going closer to 6 or 7 o'clock. So rain chances remain through the late afternoon and early evening hours. There's 9 o'clock on Futurecast. Still might have some rain closer to the coast, and with how the environment is set up, there might be some trailing showers even getting closer to the 10 or 11 o'clock hour before things quiet down overnight. Expect some partial clearing late, but then into tomorrow, as we heat things up, we'll start to see some storms firing near the coast along some sea breeze boundaries, and then all those kind of bubble north with time. We're looking at scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. Could one of them go rogue and venture into severe territory? Sure. Might produce some gusty winds, but I do think the atmosphere looks less favorable tomorrow than it does today for that, and then those storms begin to diminish into the evening hours. Very typical of summer storms. We'll call them rush hour rumblers. They're in the forecast tomorrow and, frankly, for the rest of the work week. There is your Storm Station 7-day forecast. You know, we actually made it to 90 degrees today. Sunshine can accomplish a lot this time of year, and before the rain got out here, yeah, it did its work. 90 tomorrow, 50% rain coverage, about 60% of us seeing measurable rainfall on Thursday and Friday. Even scattered storms remaining in the forecast over Father's Day weekend, a high in the low 90s. Guess what? Rain chances stay into next week. Hey, we'll be tracking the tropics in 1 hour. Still no development expected in the next 7 days, but when should we expect our first named system? We'll take a look back to the past at 5 o'clock. You're watching the news at 4. We will take a break and be right back.